Well, hey, good morning. Well, hey, good morning. It's 12 o'clock. No, excuse me, 10 o'clock. Oh my gosh. It's 10 o'clock in the a.m. on this beautiful day, September 12th, 2023. Uh, Here I am again, 10 a.m., and do my thing. Um, I think I mentioned that I left home at 15, and what I didn't tell you at the time, at least I don't think I told you at the time, was that I was I think periodically throughout my life, I was psychotic. Um, Stats say that between the ages 15 and 30, it's noticeable, or at least that's when it starts. But I think it's wrong. Um, just going over a few things here and there, and coming to realize certain things. Um, when I was 15, or at least for a couple of years before I was 15, I knew that my father wasn't paying child support, maybe a year or two, and before then, and I had it in my mind at that point in time to want and allow my, or at least the the province to take care of me, while whatever money that my mother was making at the time to unfortunately raise my siblings on her own, but she'd be okay financially with the job that she had. Um, and but looking back on that, I realized I wasn't logical, because if I was at the time, I would have just gotten a job, and but I didn't. In my mind at that time, I thought I was making the right decision, but of course, it was never. Uh, it was never really a bad decision. It was kind of noble, I think. Um, it would have been tough for her physically and mentally, uh, I think. And unfortunately, that's what caused my brother to be so angry for so many years. But when we reunited, he was masking his feelings. And I just, I recently watched a video about a similar situation with another family, known as estranged parents. They're on YouTube. Estranged parents. And what I learned was that the daughter of the parents uh, was saying that she could no longer be associated with them, and because of their political views and whatnot, and or religious views or something like that. And the daughter later found out that she had ADHD and some other illness. Um, but in the video, I was getting the perspective from the parents' point of view, how much love they've given them and stuff like that, and they felt they did everything right, and I swear that I felt that by watching this video, I felt that I I connected very much. It resonated with me in such a way that it I felt that my mother was speaking to me through her. Um, And I just, I felt that she was speaking directly to me through her. And I see, this is what my illness does. This is what mental illness does to us. Is that it rips us away from our families, rips us away from our loved ones if they don't notice or recognize the disease or the illness. And it just, never allows us to know our family at all, because what we're hearing and seeing is not what is actually happening. It's something else. The brain shows us and tells us something different when we're in psychosis. So, I mean, I wish I had a time machine. I wish time machines were real and I could just go back in time, and but I can't, right? So it's not. Sorry, I just, the mother explained near the end of the video that she had to let her go. Very, very powerful video. Um, I wished my family did recognize that I was having difficulty. Um, I'm pissed off at my illness. Really, I am. I I don't have that connection. I mean, I don't know my siblings. I know nothing about them. I know they got married. I know they had their own issues. I know that they struggle with jobs and stuff like that, and growing up and getting education and stuff like that. But I don't know them. I don't know what they aspire to do aside from getting married and having kids or having a business or having other plans. I don't know. Or going to school, getting a degree, a certificate, or something. Higher education. I know that now, but I didn't know anything that before. I mean, I grew up without them for 15, 20 years, 25 years. When I told my brother that I had the illness, I don't think that he really acknowledged it. But he was very angry about me leaving. And within the last time I spoke to him was July 15th of this year, 2023. It was text. I mean, but I'm glad his pain came out. I'm glad he expressed the way he expressed, but I had to force it out. Shouldn't have to force anything out, but he was holding it in for so long and not understanding, just looking at the situation and not understanding what was happening to me. Clearly, he just didn't know. Nobody knew. They just assumed that I left because I was more interested in my craft than anything else. But obviously, that was never the case. I just. Oh, I felt for that mother. But I don't know. Maybe my mother knew something. She had to have known. But now that I look at it, and I'm thinking, if I did stay, if I did stay, what would have happened? What would they have seen? They would have seen everything that I had gone through mentally. With the episodes, the words, the voices, everything. And then they would have known. But the delusions were happening first for me. Because in my mind, I thought my mother said, "Oh, go ahead, it's your life." Okay, that was easy. I know you're probably out there wondering, why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because I look at YouTube as somewhat of my diary. As weird as that is, a way for me to express, to get it out, and help people understand what it's like from my perspective with the voices. Hearing the voices is very debilitating. Like it's not. The voice, the bodies of the voices are not there. You can't see them, but you can hear them. And yes, they're in my head, but it's yeah, it's very debilitating. It's not. Um, uh, yeah, I'm a little stressed this morning, so because I saw that video last night, September 11th, and it just how ironic that is. I mean, I had an okay sleep, but I watched that video and I just couldn't stop watching it. It was not. Yeah, but it made me feel like my mom was talking to me, just because, or my parents for that matter, since there's two of them. I don't think my dad would have understood. He probably would just say, "Well, walk it off. You just can't walk off an illness." But he's old school. I mean, I'm hoping that my brother will get back to me. It's very hard because he's the first person I connected with. He's the one that inspired me to do great things. And if I lose him, if I lose him, I don't know what I would do, to be honest with you. I mean, I talked to my other two siblings, but not having him in my life is crucial. But of course, when we reunited, he was masking everything. He was masking his feelings towards me, as if everything was fine and dandy. Can't you can't hold things like that in. You got something to say, say it. I don't know. I thought I could do this, but it's not. It's just not. It just doesn't. I don't know. I had this whole spiel, this whole speech that I was going to do, and I don't know. I wish I could turn back the hands of time. I really wish I could. But see, all I can do is move forward and let go. What else can I do? Maybe you can give me advice. I don't know. I mean, then again, it's not like you can comment or anything because YouTube is fixing their website. It just doesn't help any. It doesn't help any when you're in a relationship and there are things you don't like. Say something. Don't mask your pain with, oh, well, we're together and everything's fine and dandy. Don't do that. It's not good for you. It's not good for the other person. It's not. It doesn't help anything. I mean, you behave like everything's perfect. Don't. Yeah, I don't know. I thought today would be really productive. And of course, you had 9/11. I was too busy remembering and reminiscing about friends, people I got to know and made friends with, and we all grew up and maybe grew apart a little bit, but they went and served and all that sort of stuff. So, and I didn't want to be there anyways. So, um, yeah, this has become somewhat of a shitty broadcast. I wish it could be more lively. I mean, I could put on an act, but you probably just assume I'm hurting. I can't apologize for my actions because I was never in control. There was no sense of logic there. Like I said, the voices are debilitating, the illusions are debilitating, everything's just debilitating. I mean, whether I'm seeing things or hearing things or experiencing twitches in my neck, my body, and I want to stop it, but I can't while under psychosis. But of course, I've been on medication for the past 5 years, and 4 or 5 years. I don't have a psychiatrist, so I guess this is my outlet to express. Um, I guess it's a good way to do it. Um, I don't know. It's a combination of different things. Not having an interaction is kind of killer, because then people would ask questions, and I could relate and answer the questions as best as I could. That sort of thing. But YouTube had to fix their website, or change it, or make changes. Go figure. Which makes it difficult for the host to generate attention for his page. Well, since there's nobody here, and it's been about 25 minutes now, I'm going to close up shop, because tomorrow is a new day, and I want to feel good tomorrow. Until next time, take care of yourself.